Thank you. Okay, so what's your question from last week that you really wanted to talk about?
It was, how do you think Miriam, Noria, and Allie are reacting to their father being gone?
Oh yeah, I remember. Okay. So I think Nora, because I think she remembers me more, so I think she's probably out of all of them the most stressed about it. And then little Ollie doesn't really know what happened. Like he probably just thinks he's on like vacation or something like that, or still in the market like he used to work. And then who's the other one? Miriam. Like kind of.
Oh my god.
Not really at the same time.
Yeah, I kind of said the same thing, like, Noria is probably more worried and depressed and sad because she's older than them all and she remembers him the most and he spent the most time with her. But Allie, since he's only like, he's only two, he doesn't really know where he is. He's just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then Miriam, well, he probably does, but he doesn't know
it doesn't click right.
And then Miriam might be, she's probably a little more worried than Allie, but she doesn't really, she's not quite
As worried.
crying and stuff like that, worried like that.
As Nora did with Ravana.
Yeah.
As Nora and Ravana did at the beginning. So then, one of my actually wait, those are one of my questions. Okay, one of my questions. Why do you think the Taliban, they, were cutting off the hands of thieves in chapter? I said because they don't want them to steal anymore. Like, if you can't have your hands, like, you can't grab things.
Did they cut off the
I think so, yeah. I found it so disturbing. The guy had, like, a one necklace. That's really disturbing.
Yeah,
Why?
I think that they cut them off because they want them to feel pain or something and that they don't want them to do it again. It's like a consequence. Oh, you did it, and it's a consequence.
Yeah.
So if they do it again, you're going to cut off another thing. So I don't know. Maybe
So I
something
highly
like
doubt
that.
they'd do it again.
I
think thieves are remotely smart because they have to be able to plot, but yeah, smart enough to not to do that again. What are your questions?
If you had to, would you dig up graves for your family? I said I probably would if it meant I could feed my family, because their family was like going off of bread,
non-bread.
not that like stale naan,
Yeah.
and tea. I don't like tea.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would probably do it if that meant. And I don't know the people, so it wouldn't disturb me as much.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it for as long as Parvana did. I would do it for a couple, 2 or 3 days maybe.
Yeah, I would do the same. Like, I would, like, if I knew the person and, like,
why can't
it would
they
be more just, like, or if it was just, like, a perfect graveyard with, like, green grass and perfect stuff, just, like, not if, like, an arm hit it, like, they're already pretty disturbed, like, whatever. I believe in, like, spirits.
I would
Spirits are
also
gone
be
by now.
more disturbed by the fact, like, if they were all, there was a head and the torso and the arms, they were all, like, in one piece.
Yeah.
That would scare me a little. I would, like, I would try to stay towards the bones that are sticking out and not have to dig them up.
Yeah, like, not have to, like, try to not disturb someone because they're dead, but, like, not disturb their skeleton, like, I found it so cool, like, the little Mr. Bonehead thing.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of creepy, but it's kind of cool.
I don't know if I would do that, because I think it would just creep me out.
Yeah, that was one of my figurative language. Piranha was like, place them carefully on the broken gravestone. He'll be like our boss watching us to make sure you do it right. I was like, I mean, it gives us a better understanding of why they did it, but, I mean, like, you're probably getting pretty good money, so
Yes, and
they did it for a while.
did they turn the bonehead in?
I think they did at the end, because skulls are pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Like, probably the 3 heaviest bones were skulls, like rib cages, pelts, probably the heaviest. So if they were smart, they'd probably turn it and get money out of it. And then another one of my sensory languages was something caught her eye, like a flicker movement, and she thought it came from the blacked out window.
That was
I thought
interesting.
it was so cool how like the woman, I guess, that she saw at one point, like would like throw her like little bracelets or something very small.
Like she might be getting really little, but then she's giving Rana presents.
Yeah,
Then she doesn't even know her.
yeah. I was like, and then the reason why I said it was figurative language, I was like, something doesn't actually like catch your eye, it's just like expression, like doesn't really catch your eye.
One of my figurative language was when Parvana was telling her shalwar kameez, I think, and it went into the crowded labyrinth of the market. I said it was a hyperbole because it tells you that there are a lot of people in Afghanistan, but it's not actually a labyrinth because a labyrinth's like impossible to get out of, and there you can just run out.
Yeah. Let's see. I have all my sensory language. So I said the one about when Nora was describing Kabul, she was like, Kabul had once been beautiful. Nora remembered full sidewalks, traffic lights that changed color, evening trips to restaurants and cinemas, browsing in fine shops for clothing and books. You think of that now. You're just like, that's like everyday stuff. Like, nothing special. Like, it's not very special, like, for us, but for her to think of full sidewalks
like
and
that's what we
traffic lights at work and just like little things like that that we easily breeze over are so important to her.
Do they have cars? They don't have any more cars or roads there, do
I
they?
don't think so. I mean, based on how she was describing the staircases alone, I mean, cars wouldn't be able to drive on that. I mean, maybe a Jeep or something, but nothing very.
Yeah. One of my sensory languages was there wasn't a single intact building in the whole area, just piles of bricks, dust, and rubble when Parvana and Sharu.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool about her.
She found her friend that was a school
T-boy.
friend. Yeah. When they were digging up graves, she saw the buildings. And I said that was sensory language because it uses sight and touch, and it helps the readers understand what Afghanistan was like after the Taliban bombed and took over, like how everything was nothing.
Yeah, like there wasn't really anything. I thought it was so cool how she found her friend. I was like, oh my god, it's her friend. Oh my goodness.
So happy for her.
Yeah, it's like now she's just like someone to like do something for. Like now she
And
can
how
do
they're
it for
earning
fun,
money
and they can do it
together.
together.
And she doesn't have to stay up there alone.
It's like I don't want to dig up bones alone. It's weird.
Yeah.
And think about it. If she hadn't met her friend, she wouldn't have known about the bones.
True. And she wouldn't have earned money.
Wouldn't have any money. And I was like, oh my gosh. And one of my dialogue was, "Where were you, Mother repeated. We've been sitting here terrified that you were arrested." I felt so bad for her mom. I was like,
know.
oh my gosh. What happened if she did get arrested? Like, what would they do? No one would know.
What would she be arrested for?
Pretending to be a guy, I think.
How would... never mind. But I don't know.
I mean, she's hasn't quite hit that age yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she's not old enough where it's, like, easily visible as it would be with, like, Nora or her mother.
That's why Maria and her mom can't go out there.
That's why they can't do it. So, it's like, maybe it's for that reason. But I felt so bad. I was like, oh my gosh. I would have been, like, sitting there, like, where's my daughter? Where's my daughter? Where is she?
Yeah.
And stuff
Well,
like that.
my dialogue was when Noria and her mom were like debating whether they should turn her into a boy.
Oh, yeah.
Will they want me? I'm only 11. You still have more education than most people in Afghanistan. And it shows how poorly the education and literacy rate are.
Yeah.
And like she's only 11. Like, she's younger than us, but she has more education than most people.
Yeah. I felt that Taliban man that she read the letter for. It was like, oh my gosh. And then she's like, I can't get that image out of my head.
Yeah,
Like,
and she sat still for hours thinking about him like that. And
yeah. I think that really showed her that the Taliban, I mean, yes, the Taliban are bad, but they do care about people too. Like,
They are men.
yeah, I mean, they do care about people. So I think that really helped her think, oh, okay, that makes me feel better. And do you think she ever gets caught? That was one of those things where I was like, would she get caught? How would she get caught? Because, like, in the market, it's not like...
It's not like, well, it's not like the Taliban are standing on top and watching every single person and every move. But, I don't know. I don't think she's going to get caught. Because
I said they're too cautious for that.
yeah. And if she does get caught, then she did run away from the Taliban once. She could probably do it again.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if my life depended on it, I would too.
yeah, that's what I would
I'd
do.
go a whole heck of a lot faster than I've ever gone before.
It's like
Or just
you would go your full speed
yeah.
as fast as you can and go with
You
someone.
remember from Health when like they were like, as soon as you see like something, like as soon as you see like a danger, you tend to run faster because the adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah, you tend to run your full speed, and right now you only run your 1/3 of your speed.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I would run my full speed. I mean, I couldn't try
You can't
to.
go like,
you can't
I'm
make
gonna run
it.
my full speed now.
Yeah, but you would just do it.
Yeah.
And you would be at your full strength too, so you can probably push through some people.
Yeah, to get away. So that, I was like, but they're way too cautious. Like they're even making her keep the get up on even at home.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, even if someone does come by and it's like, oh, where's what are they calling her again?
Kareem, I think.
Yeah. Hakeem or something like that? Oh, yeah. Kazim. Kazim.
Yeah.
It's like, where's Kazim? Oh. They're making her keep it on all day long.
Yeah, and I felt really bad for her mother when she saw Parvana in Hosein's clothes.
Yes.
And she called little Billy Hossein.
Yes. And she was, I forget what it was. But it was like right after they turned her into a boy, which was chapter 6, I think it was. And it was like, where was it? She said, her mom said something that was like super sweet, and it was like, go to sleep, person. You'll be okay. Oh yeah, here it is. Okay.
You'll be okay.
So later that night, when they were all stretched out for sleep, Allie fussed a little. Go to sleep, person. Parvana heard her mother say, go to sleep, my son.
I think that really affected her mom, but it didn't affect Nora or Miriam that much. I don't think Miriam, because Miriam barely knew him, and Allie didn't even know him.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh. It seems like, oh my goodness, like, I can't imagine going through something like that.
I don't know, how does she get through it being in her brother's clothes?
Yeah, I mean, like, if someone in my family had passed away, like,
I wouldn't wear those clothes.
I would be like, it's too sentimental. Like, you still want to have, like, you want to have your last memory be of them in the clothes versus, like, you in the clothes. That's just
Yeah.
weird. You want to have that. You want to have that memory lasting. Let's see what else we have.
Oh, one of my questions was, how do you think Noria and Miriam feel about being stuck inside? I think Noria and Miriam hate being stuck inside because Miriam was so happy when Parvana took her outside, and Noria was really grateful to have the sun against her skin again. And when Parvana actually did take them outside, they loved it, and they were outside for hours.
Yeah, I think the more that they do that, the less Nora will be a little bit less, like, annoying to Parvana.
Yeah, I think when she's outside, she has more energy, and she's happier.
Yeah, so she'll be less mean.
Yeah.
I kept that image in my head. I was like, wow.
I wonder why their father didn't do it. Why didn't he take them outside?
Yeah, I mean, I know Nora has to keep on her, what is it called? The meats?
Burqa.
Burqa, or whatever that thing is? Yeah, Burqa, whatever it is.
Something like that.
We don't know what it is.
She has to keep it on, but
Every so often she'd flip it off.
I would do that.
Yeah, I'd just be like,
So, yeah.
He's so nice.
Shit, I just forgot it.
What'd you forget, Julian?
My question.